Well, hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode here on the MIgardener channel. So this one's going to be quick because we do have a nice summer storm brewing up behind you and I can see the dark clouds rolling in, so we're gonna make this one quick. But I wanted to update you on the Sustainable Grow Tower because I've had absolute phenomenal results with it thus far, and the response that I got on it was so positive and so overwhelming that I had to bring you all along. How could I not? And then I'm also going to take you into the greenhouse where I have my giant onions. I'm definitely going to give you an update on those as well. And then I'm also going to just show you really quickly an efficient way of supporting your onions so that you can support your onions. And then also a byproduct of supporting your onions, you get a very unique tool for supporting zucchini and your other non-vining squash plants. So that's what this is going to be. And so it's going to be quick, but I think you all are going to enjoy it, so stay tuned. So as you can see, the Sustainable Grow Tower is absolutely thriving. I have filled the center worm bin twice already. I'm going to need to fill it up again. It's getting pretty low. And as you can see, the buildup is not very much. It keeps sinking and keeps leaching out and feeding the plants. All the plants are very green, showing absolutely no signs of nutrient deficiencies. As you can see, the stems have curved. Everything is growing upright. So we are using 100% use of all of this space. As you can see, the wind is picking up, the storm's coming close. So yeah, but as you can see, it's growing phenomenally. And this is after, I think, 3 or 4 weeks. So not quite sure on the date that I made it, but it's been doing phenomenal. So now I'm going to show you a very quick tip for getting your onion supports, which you'll see in a second. I'm going to show you the onions. I'm going to do the outside stuff first because it might start raining because we're in the greenhouse. These are a large tomato trellis. They have the 4 sections, well really 3 main sections, and then the long prongs here. And these long prongs I've cut down to about 2 or 3 inches, maybe even 4. And then I've cut off this top section here because you don't need all this much, it's just too tall. And so I'm left with almost this table, and I'm left with almost this like table right here. And this table has just some prongs. It's got the 4 prongs from the bottom that I clipped off, and I simply stick it in the ground like this. I stick it in the ground right around my zucchini plant, and as they grow up, it supports the leaves, because one thing that you have a big problem with is the zucchini plant getting tall and falling over, and then that's when slugs get onto the fruit and will actually chew off your zucchini flowers, and then you actually have bite marks in your zucchini fruit sometimes, so you don't want that. So that's going to prevent this. Here are all my onions. These are my competition size onions. They're doing phenomenal. I have them all in their individual pots here. The one that is noteworthy is this one. I don't know what it is about it, but it is just wanting to grow. And I'll tell you what, it looks so beautiful. It's got great, super healthy leaves. And so there you go. I've had a lot of people asking about doing the updates on the show onions. And so there you go. Here you go. Here's the makeshift onion supports here, because you don't want the onion leaves, like this one is not supported yet. See all the onion leaves just kind of hanging over? This crimps them, and it will stress out the plant and think that it needs to be harvested sooner than it actually really needs to be. So by supporting the leaves like this one here, you have these, and sure, the tops will bend over at the top, but they don't crimp very close to the stem. They're all up very high, so they're nowhere near the base of the plant where it's going to be stressing out the plant. So there you go. There's the tomato cages in action. Also, another thing, this is my submission into my MIgardener 2014 Giant Pumpkin Grow-Off. Now, I won't be competing, but I thought I'd at least submit something just for the heck of it and grow one because, well, hey, you might as well, right? So this is my plant for the grow-off. It came from a 1,072.5 pound pumpkin. So I got this one online from a friend, and it's growing pretty well. So that's my submission there. Now I'm also going to do something really quick that I'm going to be doing once a week, and so I hope you guys will tune in for it. It's going to be on Mondays only, so Friday this won't apply, but on Mondays I'm going to select one user that I think has an amazing channel that you should check out, that is really supporting the community of growing your own food and getting the information out there in a very easy to watch and kind of a very educational format that just deserves some more spotlight. And so I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to do a question of the week, which I'm going to spotlight a question that someone asked me that I think is a very good question that should be promoted. So the YouTube Gardener of the Week is Callie Kim, and she has a beautiful YouTube channel. She definitely is just putting in 120% effort, and that's what I love to see from people. So if you would go check out her channel, I posted a picture, and that picture is also a hyperlink, so just click the picture and it'll take you to her channel. Click subscribe. I think that she will definitely appreciate it, and I know for a fact that you're going to learn something great from her channel as well. So yeah, she really puts information out there in a very simple and easy way to understand, and I like that, so that's great. So there you go, there's Callie Kim as your YouTube Gardener of the Week. And the selected question of the week comes from Robert Stephen Canister, and wow, that wind is really picking up. And Robert Stephen Cancaster asks, I'm getting some really annoying blossom drop, preceded by a yellow ring on the stem above it. He's talking about tomatoes, blossom end rot. He said, we're just coming off of a rainy spell, but the plants appear lush and healthy otherwise. I'm worried that I won't get any brandywines. Any suggestions? And this was posted on my Facebook page here. So he's obviously having blossom end rot. Now there's a couple ways that you can fix this, and there is sometimes just a inadequate watering schedule, and that infrequency can sometimes stress the plant out to drop its blossoms or even cause blossom end rot. Also, you need to make sure that you're watering enough, because tomato plants actually need water in order to absorb the calcium in the soil. So you might have calcium, but if you're not watering enough, the plants actually can't take up that calcium, and you'll actually get blossom end rot that will rot the fruit. Sometimes you'll have just the blossoms will drop off, like he's saying is happening, and that's totally fine. Also, another thing you want to check out is if your blossoms are dropping, but your plant is very healthy, sometimes you want to check how much nitrogen you're actually giving the plant, because a lot of times we're giving the plant so much nitrogen that it doesn't feel the urge to fruit. So it's dropping the flowers, and it's just continuing its growing phase. So what you want to do is, if you're giving it a very nitrogen-rich fertilizer, you want to lay back on that and give it a little bit of phosphorus. Something like bone meal would be a great example of some phosphorus that you can give it. Just give it a little top dressing, and that might help you out as well. Also, another thing that you can do is, I did a video on this a while back, but you can actually take a Tums tablet. You take one Tums tablet, mix it in with 1 gallon of water, dissolve it in there, and then spray it on your plants. And that is a great way. You can also water on the base too, but I spray it as a foliar spray. And that is a great way to getting your calcium into your plants so that you can kind of avoid that blossom end rot problem. But like I said, it's really hard to gauge right now what is the problem, just because there's so many different variables. So there's 3. You might be giving it too much nitrogen, so check that out. You might not be watering on a very frequent schedule, or maybe it's not getting enough water. But you did say it was a rainy spell, so maybe you're just not giving it a frequent schedule. So maybe just do it on a more of a scheduled basis that you water, and maybe that'll help you out as well. And and last but not least, before we end here, is the Tums. So just add that, because you might actually have a calcium deficiency. So I appreciate that question, Robert, and I think everyone else is going to learn something from that as well. So I appreciate you for sending that in. Alright, so that's just about it here on the MIgardener channel. If you would like your channel to be featured on YouTube Gardener of the Week, make sure to head over to my Facebook page and send me an email with the link to your YouTube page. That way I can check it out, and if it's got appropriate content and I find that it is worthy of a shout out, I'll definitely put you in the runnings, and you might be chosen for YouTube Gardener of the Week. Also, if you would like your question to be posted, make sure to post a question in the comments box below or on my Facebook page. Either or, I'll get it, and that way I can take a screenshot and I can post it in the actual video for people to read. And it doesn't have to be on this video. You can post it on any video and I'll make sure to get it. And any question that comes that I find is very pertinent and useful for a lot of people gets put in the running for the question of the week. So hopefully you all enjoyed this little thing that I'm doing at the end of each video on Mondays, and hopefully it's going to help out some people as well. And until next episode, I hope you all are growing big, you're going home, and I will catch you all on Friday. And also make sure to stay tuned for Wednesday. I think Cindy has an excellent midweek snack planned for you all, and it's going to be a surprise. So stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you all later. So until next episode, see ya. Bye.